All right, Titan fan, Brother Stokey here. We told you we was going to bring you inside PCA 2022. And we are here at the veteran-owned, no other than Founders Cigar Company. Right here, introduce yourself to the fam.
Hey guys, Angelo with Founders. Happy to be here.
Thank you, man. We appreciate you. We love your product. We love what you do for the cigar community. So we want to keep it short.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure we get as much of this event as possible.
Yep.
But we gear our channel to the beginners, to our beginner smokers, to those new to this industry, this big ass industry.
Yeah.
So what do you do here, and what do you look out of getting out of PCA 22?
PCA 2022 for us is about getting to know the industry more.
Okay.
We have been so welcomed into, it's a family. This is a family business. You see so many booths here where you can tell it's multi-generational.
Yes.
And our goal for this entire week is to learn more about the suppliers, the vendors, the cigar people, and just how do we get to know that more? So for us, it's yes, sales, meeting shops, getting the name out there, but really we're trying to get to know the industry as much as we can.
Guys, it's like a more in-depth look of the cigar community, the business part of it, the sales part of it, and getting to know everybody pretty much.
Last night was fantastic. Just, you know, the night before the show, a lot of the manufacturers in the same place. It's a good time, and just seeing how willing people are to share information has been awesome.
Okay, any parties or cigar lounges that were frequented last night?
You know, they had a Crowned Head sponsored an event last night, so that was nice. Handed out a bunch of cigars and some of their new releases, which was cool too.
Everybody loved Meal Diaz from Crowned Head. Everybody.
Goodness. I try to smoke so many other people's stuff as I can just to build my palate. So yeah. Okay.
So, if there is anything that you're willing to kind of sneak out there or put out there that may be coming new from Founder Cigars, what would that be?
We're releasing a Candela. For PCA. So the story is, I reached out to the factory guys and I said, what are you guys smoking?
Okay.
Because they deal with this every single day. What better person to ask their opinion about than the guys actually making this?
Yes.
And they said, a lot of our guys are smoking Candelas. Yes. I said, I should pay attention to that then. There's a reason you're smoking that. So we, about 6 to 8 months ago, started looking into that, and we've got it up on our shelf. We're ready for release, and we're shipping them next week. So, Candela, coming from Founders, named it after Hamilton.
Okay.
A Hamilton Candela.
A Hamilton Candela. Yeah. Everybody forgets about the people who actually in the root of how we get our sticks. Those are people who actually make and roll these things.
Yep.
So that was great you brought that up.
Yep.
We appreciate your time and spend some time with the Cigar Titans.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Angelo, Founder Cigars. See you with the next one. Deuce, fam.
What's going on, everybody? I'm here with Dave Thomas from Warfighter Tobacco Company. Say hello to everybody, Dave.
What's going on, guys?
Dave, tell us a little bit about what you're doing here at PCA this year.
So PCA this year, we brought out our traditional core line, the 7 that we've always had, the Shade, all the way up to the Oscuro Maduro.
Right.
We brought a couple of new ones in. We've got our Brazilian Matafina, that's our Victory cigar.
Okay.
The Victory is kind of our flagship cigar. We've had it in the past, but it's never been able to get out to retailers. So this was the first year we were able to swing that. We got 1,000 boxes of those ready to go out to retailers.
Okay.
They're in production right now. We should have them probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks. It's a really delicious cigar. It's Brazilian Matafina wrapper with Nicaraguan binder and filler. That's I call that the I did the thing cigar. So I got the job, I bought the house, I bought the car, that kind of thing. It's 4th of July type thing. It's a celebration cigar.
Okay.
So price of that one is $17.76 because of course that's the price of freedom. You know how it works.
I thought the price of freedom was $1.05.
Freedom costs $1.05.
No,
okay.
No, not anymore. Not anymore. We changed that.
Okay, good.
The other one that we dropped this year was the Hero Sports cigar.
Okay.
Hero Sports is a veteran nonprofit charity that's very close to us. We do a lot of work with those guys down in San Antonio.
Okay.
The whole purpose behind that cigar is $1 right off the top of each cigar is going to go right to that charity. Those guys work to get veterans out of the house, get them back into the team building activities, helps them realize that camaraderie and that brotherhood that they lost when they were overseas with their unit and their brother. it's still available. They just got to find it. They got to rebuild that, and through team building activities like deep sea fishing, we can go on hunts, get them involved in intramural activities like softball tournaments, basketball tournaments, bags tournaments. It reminds them that, you don't have to shut yourself off because you can still find that support system and build it.
I love seeing these veteran companies. We just spent some time over there with Cigars for Warriors, so we want to come over here and talk to you guys.
We love those guys.
So you guys do some work with them?
Oh, yeah. We're based in Texas. I do a lot of events in Texas for my Texas retailers.
Okay.
Pretty much every opportunity that we have an event, we get a hold of Cigars for Warriors. They'll bring a rep out, and we'll set up side by side, generate some revenue for those guys because they're 501c3, so it's a full nonprofit.
Right.
Every dollar for those guys helps just the same as these guys here. Same principle. Everything that we can do to help them is what we want to do.
Awesome. Dave, tell me a little bit about where the idea for Warfighter Tobacco came from.
Oh boy. So basically we're all prior military. We've all smoked overseas. We didn't have a cigar specifically for the veteran, by the veteran, and we wanted to make sure that we had something that we could, so that's why we started with the 6 blends. We had something for everybody.
I love
you can
the
smoke
50
it.
cal.
What's that?
I love the 50 cal.
Oh yeah,
Awesome stick.
So which one, the Field or the Garrison?
Garrison.
Garrison?
Yep.
Oh yeah, the Oscuro Maduro is a fantastic cigar.
Yep.
So we wanted something that would best apply to what we thought would work.
Okay. So you've been doing this now for about how long?
January was 6 years for us.
6
So
years.
in the grand scheme of the cigar industry, we're still babies.
Okay.
But we continue to grow. We continue to expand, and we continue to bring things to the market that we hope our customers really enjoy.
I love seeing these veteran-run businesses and what you guys are doing for the community. I think it's great. Appreciate it. Thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a good one.
Go check out warfighter.com.
WarfighterTobacco.com.
Warfightertobacco.com. I'll see you guys in the next one. What's going on, everybody? I'm here with Trey Boring. Trey Boring, say hello to everybody.
How are you?
Trey Boring is with Cigars for Warriors. Now, this is a phenomenal organization. You guys have done some pretty good work for our troops. I think just over 1 million cigars.
1.3.
1.3 now. So it's continuing to grow.
Continuing to grow.
And you guys have been in business or been helping the troops and doing this charity for about how long now?
10 years. We started in 2012.
Okay.
So this is our 10th anniversary year, which was the big deal for crossing the 1.3 million mark. It was really good for us because at our founding, the original founders of the organization decided to do this work and have this mission to send cigars to deployed men and women in our armed forces. That are in crummy deployment areas and in forward battle positions when we've been at war. And that's been the whole mission. And they started in 2012 thinking, if we could send a couple hundred cigars, boy, wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
Well, 10 years later, we're sitting here with 1.3 million.
That's insane.
And the charity is, we've grown so much. We're platinum rated by GuideStar, which is an organization that rates charities on their financial transparency, how much money they actually use for charity work as opposed to salaries. And since we have 0 salaries, it's all volunteer, it's like 0.25% that apply on GuideStar make platinum status. So we're in very good company because we spend all our money to get soldiers cigars.
That's awesome. So where did the concept of Cigars for Warriors come from?
So our founders were stationed, a couple of them were stationed in Iraq in 2003, in that general time frame. And their local cigar shop or their friends would send them cigars. And they saw the health benefits and the mental benefits of sitting around with a cigar after action and just giving everybody a chance to relax. And back then it was discussed, and it still is today, that this type of a relaxation, this type of a just wind down is the first line of defense against PTSD, because it'll give somebody a chance to build community with their fellow soldiers, especially after they've had a hard day and, that things have happened and, just what we all do, right? I mean, you have a rough day at work. I have a rough day at work. First thing I want to do is smoke a cigar to relax. Right. Well, I don't know about you, but nobody shoots at me every day.
Right. What I do for work does not even compare to some of the things these men and women deal with.
And I tell everybody, that's the point, right? When you're in an action area and when you're deployed in a real crummy spot where you're sitting down and you don't have any of the comforts of home, getting this comfort from home means that much more.
Absolutely.
I mean, it makes us relax. What do you think it does for them? That kind of thing. You know, it's really a good opportunity for them to set, calm themselves, and then be ready for the next day.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about some of the feedback you've gotten from the troops as a part of this charity.
So we get photos all the time,
right.
And anybody can go to our cigarsforwarriors.org. You'll see our photos. Follow us on any of the social media. You'll see the soldier pictures come up. But when folks come back, the interesting thing is the comment we get is, "You saved me." And we're like, "Oh, you're being over melodramatic." And they go, "No, you saved me. You gave me an opportunity to sit down. You gave me a taste of home when I was in a place that none of us want to be." And, you know, they don't want to be there either.
Of course.
But, you know, they do their job, and they're there to do a job. And they just say, you know, they really use that word a lot. "You saved me." I did an event in California, and a young man walked over to the table with his dad and was just shaking his dad's arm going, "These are the guys I got cigars from." And he had just literally returned from Afghanistan.
Wow.
Kid told me the same thing. Now, I was about to go up and give our spiel before everybody at the event.
Right.
I said, "Do you mind talking about your experience?" And I just sent him up there. And the interesting thing is when he emotionally told his story about what it meant to them, it was funny. I ended up with 20 boxes of cigars after that at the event because everybody saw the result
Right.
of what this charity does.
Right, and we do social media, you know, and I've seen some other social media personalities like Brian Glenn with Cigar Obsession. You know, he's done some great work with donations and stuff like that. If people are interested in, you know, donating or getting a hold of your organization, how would they do that?
So the best way is through the webpage.
Okay.
And I will tell everybody, it's brand new. We just revamped it. It launched Friday, so today's Sunday, so it's been 2 days. So, you know, if it bugs on you, forgive me, but you know, we're getting it launched.
Right.
But that's still the best way. If you want to volunteer, we have volunteers around the country that do what we call event coordinators, which they work with the local shops, who is our main source of cigars that we get. Our donation centers are retail partners. And if they're a retail partner watching and you want to be a part of the program, go to the webpage, you can sign up. And you basically, people buy cigars from the retailers, donate them in a box, and retailers ship them to us, and then we forward them on to the troops.
Okay.
And then, you know, cash donations, we have to pay for every package we mail to the troops. And just to give everybody an idea, we roughly spend about $2,500 to $3,000 a week on shipping. Wow. So cash donations are very, very necessary for what we do, and you can do that online as well. But again, if you're out there and you go, "This sounds cool," volunteers. We always need volunteers in every town.
Great. And just to kind of wrap things up, what are you guys hoping to get out of PCA this year?
So at PCA, we come here to interact with the stores, and we usually sign up new donation centers because there's always new shops that rotate through. We also take the opportunity to thank our existing donation centers that are here. And then we talk about new programs that we have going on. We work with all levels of manufacturers in this industry. We have some that just send us swag to send to the troops, you know. We have some that through, you know, legal means will donate some cigars to us, and then others that will just want to do, like we have some that want to do exclusive cigars. And we have a very specific program for that. And we've got Hiram and Solomon Cigars. I'll give them a huge shout out. They were our first. It's called Live to Serve.
Okay.
And if you're
What's
viewers,
that mean?
Live to Serve is our hashtag.
Okay.
And so if you go and your shop, and if they don't have it, if they're a donation center, ask them to pick them up, because they ran in a 1,000 boxes limited run.
Okay.
We're down to the last 500 boxes available, so the stores ought to be pulling them in. But it's a cigar that the Hiram and Solomon folks donated 100% of the wholesale profit to CFW.
That's awesome.
So again, it's just, there's a lot of ways to get involved. We are growing. We're doing a big, trying to go to the next level. We're doing a very huge golf experience that we're going to announce in the next few weeks.
Awesome.
For 2023. And, you know, we're trying to get those folks that, you know, there's people out there that pay for experiences.
Yeah.
And, you know, you get some high, you know, some guys with money in their pocket, and we'll have some really cool, we've got a lot of NFL players are going to donate stuff to us for raffles and auctions, and we're working with PGA professionals to try to get some of them in. But it's just sort of take us to the next level to get another fundraising opportunity.
Right, and by far this is one of the best, if not the best, charity organization in our industry. So
we are really we end up being the official one, because PCA, and I'll give them a shout out, and I know most of your viewers may go, I don't know what PCA is, but it's the trade association. They may know, but it's the trade association for all the retailers and the manufacturers. They donate this booth space to us as free, because we are, for them, this is their commitment to the charity in the industry that does good for the military, but also brings us all together. Because these cigar guys will tell you, they're not in the cigar business, they're in the community business.
Right.
And PCA has done a tremendous job for us, and I can't thank them enough, because
how many years have you been here now?
We've been here a lot of years. For several years, we were in a booth of one of the manufacturers.
Okay.
But this is our third PCA in our own booth.
That's great.
And they are just incredibly supportive.
Trey, well, I appreciate you taking the time to sit there and talk with us today. For more information on Cigars for Warriors, go to cigarsforwarriors.org
.org.
and check them out. Thanks so much.
Appreciate it.